Love this question. How to vocalize what you want in your relationship. And it would seem very simplistic, just open your mouth and speak. But I must tell you, it was challenging for me at first. Because after you set up a relationship and it doesn't set up in a way that it can be cohesively growing together, you can find yourself holding back to keep it the way it is. So, how can you change that? Well, first, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to ask yourself some hard questions. Discover really what do you want before you go to your partner. After you've done that reflection on yourself, know that that's what you want and that's the boundaries you're willing to set. You secondly need to know what it is that you're willing to give up to meet those needs. So oftentimes you can go and say, I want this, but the person might say, well, if you want that, then I'm not doing this. And you're like, no, I want both. You have to be willing to actually compromise, but willing to say, hey, I might have to give up something to get exactly what I want. That's why I ask you to reflect and make sure that's what you want. Now, you have to actually have conversation. And here's how I always tell people, when you have conversation, you have to pick a neutral time, a time that is not going to be interrupted to the other person. Next, you want to not actually do it in a way that I need to talk to you. Or the famous one that Ricky, I forgot his name, used to do. Everyone used to come and say, you know I love you. And then they drop the bomb, right? You do not want to do that. You want to actually always be casual about it. Hey, babes, you got a minute? And soon as you say that, you want to actually have some kind of physical contact, not an awkward contact, just to rest on his arm. That helps to bring down his anxiousness, his pressure. He's not going to think that he's in trouble. As much as that sounds like this is a grown man, most time men feel like, oh, when they come to me, I'm in trouble. What did I do now? So you want to do that, and then you want to be expressive and try your darndest not to be inclusive of what they're not doing. Just focus on what you need, and then ask for feedback. Ask, is it something that you feel you can deliver for me? And then have discussion around it. So if you want to actually have more voice in your relationship, first the reflection is on you to check and see what it is that you want. Understand that you're going to have to give up something. You might have to compromise some things. And also make sure that you always go and talk to the person. Give them a chance to hear you from your perspective. Do not blame, and use that physical touch. But I hope I answered that question. But that's the way I can tell you to get more vocal in your relationship in expressing what you want. Understand, whatever it is that you want, you have to be intentional about creating it. Thank you, guys.